Buenos días, bienvenidos. In this session we're going to cover the imperfect tense. So we're going to look at when we use the imperfect tense and how we form the perfect tense. So, function used to talk about something which used to happen in the past or was happening. Also used to describe what somebody or something was like. So some examples in English. I used to live in England, giving the idea that perhaps I no longer live in England. We went to Spain every year, so this idea of an habitual action taking place in the past tense. Probably finished now. She was sunbathing when it started to rain. So here's the deeper past. This action was going on longer. It started to rain, just one action. I used to like ice cream, but now I prefer savoury dishes. So I used to like. So let's have a look at how it's formed. As with most verbs in Spanish, if we're looking at present tense, past tense, we're talking about two steps. We're talking about removing something from the infinitive, then adding something to that root. So it's the same process. So let's have a look at the first one. We are going to take our verb mirar, which means to watch, and from that we want to remove the infinitive ending. So we want to remove the AR, which then gives us our root word. We like using the word root word because that links in nicely with our literacy strategy at school. So we're going to add a suffix to our root word. So which are we going to add? Well, here are our subject pronouns in English: I, you, he, she, we, you, and they. And obviously in Spanish we have the subject pronoun represented at the end of the verb, the suffix, if you like, on our root. So we will have miraba, mirabas, miraba, mirabamos, mirabais, miraban. Meaning, I used to watch, you used to watch, he, she used to watch, we used to watch, you plural used to watch, and they used to watch. Let's just run through those again. Miraba, mirabas, miraba, mirabamos, mirabais, miraban. Notice that I and he, she in Spanish have the same endings, miraba, miraba. But where we're going to show the difference there, we can differentiate between the two by using maybe a subject pronoun, maybe a name. Yo miraba, mientras que mi hermana no miraba la televisión. So I used to watch television, whereas my brother didn't used to watch. So we can use that to differentiate the same. So let's go again. Miraba, mirabas, miraba, mirabamos, mirabais, miraban. So those are AR verbs. So what comes next is our IR verb. I've taken the verb elegir, to choose. Again, the process is exactly the same for our AR verbs. We're just going to take away, so we're just going to get to our root word, which is eleg. And then this time we're going to add 6 different endings. This time we're going to have an E sound running through all of these. Ia, ias, ia, iamos, iais, ian. So I, you, he, she, we, you, and they again. Elegía, elegías, elegía, elegíamos, elegíais, elegían. So that's the same format. The process is exactly the same, but we're just adding 6 different endings to our root word. Okay, let's turn on to an ER verb, the third category of verbs we have in Spanish. Okay, process is exactly the same. Take our verb, beber, to drink. Okay, so we want to make that into our root. So our root is going to be beb. And from that, we're going to add these endings. But what you notice, these ER endings are exactly the same as the IR endings. So we're doubling up, making life a little bit easier. Same pronunciation, bebía, bebías, bebía, bebíamos, bebíais, bebían. So, the process is the same. ER and IR verbs share the same verb endings. That makes life just a little bit easier. Okay, as with most verbs, or with many verbs in Spanish, there are some exceptions. There's some things which are irregular, just like there is in English. There's some irregularity going on. So we're just going to move on to find some common verbs that we'll use in Spanish which are irregular. The verb ir, to go, so used to go, iba, ibas, iba, ibamos, ibais, iban. The verb ser, to be and used to be, era, eras, era, eramos, erais, eran. And the verb ver, which is to watch or to see, so used to, veía, veías, veía, veíamos, veíais, veían. So, very briefly, very simple to form the imperfect tense in Spanish. First of all, we have to find our infinitive, take away to get our root word, and then we add the appropriate verb ending for I, you, he, she, we, you, and they. Some exceptions. So I'll leave you with a couple of examples for you to do. We used to play. He used to talk. She used to play. They used to listen. You used to watch. Okay, so I'll leave you with that. Buena suerte. Adiós.